Hey everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back, playing some more StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is Purification. We are on Cybros.
With the stasis grid down, the Zerg have begun infesting the surface of Cybros. We do not have long if we wish to save the Purifiers. Your Templar are ready, Hierarch. Give the word, and it shall be reclaimed.
Alright, achievements here. Don't let the Purifier Core Matrix lose all of its shields, so no health damage on that. And then activate 2 Purifier forces within 60 seconds of each other. We'll do that with the last 2 groups. Let's go pick our units here. So first of all, I'm going to go with Sentinels. This mission is a bloodbath. There are so many enemies on it that we do need some heavier frontline support here. So the Sentinels with 2 lives is really, really worthwhile. We'll stick with the Depths. That's good. They can kill Mutalisks quickly as well as Zerglings. Definitely Dark Templar, the huge amount of damage that they output. We'll stick with Energizers as well, so you can see we have a very damage-focused Dark Templar Energizer setup. For Robotic Assaults, we're going to go with Vanguards. These also have a huge damage output. Don't plan on making any Starfighters, or Assault Ships for that matter. No air at all. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to make a lot of Ascendants and show them off, and show how useful they are against big groups of clumped-up units. Lastly, and this may be controversial, is I'm going to use Reavers here. Now, specifically on this mission, there are Vipers and a lot of Corruptors. So if you pick Colossi, they get pulled into groups of Corruptors and they die instantly. So we're going to go with Reavers instead, because even if they get pulled in, they're at least not getting hit also by the Corruptors. And they're great against the Crawlers that are all around this map. I hate myself for picking them, though. Okay, so for our Spear of Adun abilities, I'm going to go with Guardian Shell. I am going to go with Nexus Overcharge to defend the Warp Core Matrix. And we'll try out Deploy Phoenix. And then we'll bump up to Chrono Surge to get our base saturated and to get upgrades. Sounds good. Guardian Shell gonna stop our units from getting absolutely massacred as we push into enemy bases. Let's get started. The mastery is to kill a certain number of hybrid behemoths within the first 15 minutes, which basically translates into, hey, go super fast. I'm not gonna worry about that. We're gonna go slow and steady wins the race and wipe the whole map.
These Zerg are truly as tenacious as the archives claim. Their infestation already spreads across the surface.
And Amon's hybrid have begun fortifying the hives. We must hope for the aid of the Purifiers to win this battle.
Indeed. According to the station schematics, Cybros' power architecture is divided into 4 distinct quadrants. Each is sealed by 3 null circuits. Destroying all of the circuits in a quadrant should restore its power, activating at least some of the Purifiers.
We will need to keep a watchful eye upon the Core Matrix. If the Zerg destroy it, Cybros falls as well.
My plan here is to use Solar Lance defensively and use Phoenix offensively, and then we'll Chrono Surge out probes and upgrades.
We should try to locate the null circuits as soon as it is safe to do so, Hierarch.
Okay, will do. We can go out and destroy 1 or 2 of them. No rush, though.
Artanis, there are unpowered cannons placed near the Core Matrix. With enough fortification, this would be a defensible position.
Right, so I'm going to build Nexuses down here and up here to defend ourselves. For now, I'm just going to be building lots of probes, and then we'll have another pylon out, and then we're going to Chrono Surge probes out to get fully saturated very quick.
There, a null circuit. Destroy it, and power should begin to flow again.
So we can destroy this first one. The Zerg tend to reinforce a lot on this map, so I feel like unless you can wipe out all 3 at once, there's not much of a point in trying to attack individual ones. There's our first one. And we're just going to sit and slowly spiral out of control. That's what I'm going to try to do on this map. I don't see much of a reason in trying to do incremental progress when we can make a large army and sweep. Again, because we're not in a rush. It's a bit refreshing that we don't have to be in a rush for once. Go ahead and grab a Dark Shrine. Right there's fine. And again, as soon as Chrono surges up, we're going to have enough money stockpiled such that we can Chrono out probably 13 to 15 more probes, get all of these geysers saturated as well. That's the plan. So for now, I'm just going to sit and stockpile some resources. And this should be enough to defend against the first few attacks against the Core Matrix. And eventually the optional objective is going to pop up. I will be making a lot of Ascendants, and we want to get them early, because they don't start with much energy. You can use Sacrifice on them, but there's really nothing that I want to sacrifice in order to do that.
The force is preparing to move on the Core Matrix. Warriors, defend the core!
Okay, so here we go with Chrono Surge. Let's try to get the max usage out of this. As many probes as we can, and here comes the next attack, or first attack, rather. Okay, this is looking, yeah, almost perfect. Let's go ahead and set up our other geysers, and we want to get our defensive nexuses set up here pretty soon. Please, Vanguard. Oh yeah, it's so much damage. It's crazy. Okay, you all back up. And we can start getting some DTs out as well. We want to be stockpiling some additional supply throughout this mission. Just extra supply so that, well, number one, we don't get supply blocked, but also because we want to be able to warp in Sentinels and DTs to defend us when we're getting hit hard. And the whole idea of the defensive nexuses is that they delay, but they won't be able to kill the attacks.
We should head out and destroy the null circuits. The Purifiers will attack the Zerg and slow their attacks upon the core.
Right, so the whole idea here is that the Zerg have large bases and they send these attacks at you. You awaken the Purifiers, and the Purifiers are the ones that actually go and kill the Zerg bases. Alright, let's change our Chrono because we don't need it here anymore. Grab another Vanguard here pretty soon and more DTs.
I'm detecting a Purifier awakening on its own. Wait, something is amiss. The AI has gone rogue.
Its Solarite memory lattice has grown irreversibly unstable. We should disable it. At least we can put its Solarite to use.
Already talking about cannibalizing stuff, Karax. It's very rude. Okay, next thing we need is a Cyber Core and then a Templar Archive. So we'll do Cyber Core here. We're kind of starving for space in this base. That's just the way it is. And then more pylons, and I'm going to start some upgrades. Can use Chrono Surge to get these going, and we want to keep an eye out so that we can get a little bit of +2 going as well. The sooner we can get these upgrades going, the better, as you can imagine. And then we're going to save up our Solarite here to use Phoenix and then Solar Lance. I don't want to Chrono Surge too much more on this mission because we can't really afford to in terms of solar energy. We're going to be using a lot of it.
The Zerg brutes are reacting to our battle plan. They have begun guarding the null circuits.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we destroyed one of them then. Okay, Templar Archive is done, so now I'm going to start getting a lot of Ascendants to allow them to stockpile some energy. I'm going to be relying decently heavily on them. Alright, let's get some more. We don't really need more pylons, I just need more gateways at this point. And then I'm going to set up some additional defense down here to defend against attacks that have come from the upper right. In fact, I think the next attack comes from the upper right, so let's reposition ourselves, and then we'll go and attack the first set of null circuits.
The Zerg are attacking from the northeast. They're trying to break through our nexus point.
Okay, I'm going to get some Adepts as well so that we can attack air. Ascendants back up a little bit. We don't need you getting hit by this stuff. Okay, looking good. I mean, I'm going to save my energy. The Psionic Orb is great, but we don't need to use it right now. All right, we're going to go ahead and get moving after I can build one Nexus here. We're going to build probably 2 or 3 in the long run here. But for now, I think that's acceptable. And we'll grab a pylon up here so we can warp in additional units. Okay, looking good. Now, we do have a lot of... not a lot, but we have a decent amount of gas. So we might as well spend that, and we're going to need some additional Sentinels. And let's go for the first set of null circuits.
Remember, this warrior awakens.
Because we can drop in Phoenix, and he'll help us out. So we're just going to drop him up there. He's great at distracting and clearing stuff out. Again, with Phoenix in here, no reason that we need to spam out our Psionic Orbs. We want to save up for Mind Blast. Really, really useful on this mission as well. Well, that's not the direction I would have hoped you would have gone, Phoenix, but I guess I'll follow you. Okay, and then one more Nexus as well. We're going to build cannons and then shield batteries behind them. Again, the Nexuses aren't really doing that much damage.
Remember your place.
but we don't need them to. We just need them to delay so that we can use Solar Lance. And again, we want to kind of hold out on using too much of our solar energy here. It's tempting because we're stockpiling it, and we want to keep getting upgrades, yes. But we want to make sure that we can Solar Lance and use Phoenix when we want to be offensive. So I'm going to grab one more upgrade, +3, and we're going to push into here, and this is where we're going to start laying down the Psionic Orbs. Mind Blast. Okay, we're getting attacked here, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and throw down some Solar Lances. Very cool. Okay, and then there's our first set of null circuits that's going to wake up the Purifiers here. All done.
Energy flow increasing exponentially. It's working. The Purifiers are activating.
I am Executor Clolarian. I address the leader of the Firstborn.
Executor Clolarian, your deeds are taught to all Templar, even to this day.
Cease your adulation. Why do you seek the Purifiers?
Brothers, you were created to protect the Empire, yet we did not treat you as you deserved, as true Templar. I implore you to forgive our ancestors' mistakes, to take up your ancient charge once more, and join us as equals.
Okay, great. So they'll go and kill the Zerg base.
We will see if you speak truth. You will aid us in purifying this alien threat. Only then shall we discuss this further. Sentinels! Advance upon the alien stronghold. Purify the invaders.
Okay, and they actually can do it themselves, so I'm just going to ignore them and let them do their thing. We'll build some additional defense back here. And then we're going to need more pylons all throughout this area. There's not a lot of space. I would love to get more gateways as well, but again, there's just not much space. So I would need to get more vanguards and then move into reavers as well. And I'm going to go for the optional objective here momentarily. And for the optional objective, we just need lots of frontliners because this thing does so much damage. It does a lot of damage. So we want to make sure that we can keep our casters alive in the back while we take it out. Okay, so let's head on up to the optional. It's going to be kind of a bloodbath. It does a lot of damage.
I remember. Betrayal. Death. Unacceptable.
Throw down some Mind Blasts on it. It gets healed by these little drones. There we go.
Carax, do what you must.
Understood, Phoenix. I will see the Solarite is recovered properly.
You're going to be polite with the corpse of this thing that you're cannibalizing, Carax? How nice. Okay, and then we need, like I had said, more gateways. Anywhere they will fit. There's not much room in this base anymore. And all of our defense everywhere is pretty solid at this point, I'd say. I mean, we can get more cannons, but again, it's mostly to delay. We've got Phoenix to push into the next area as well. The next area is pretty hard to get through, and at this point, I just don't have enough production, I'd say.
Haverock, the Hybrid are moving to strike the Core Matrix. We must tighten its defenses.
Okay, and with all of these additional nexuses, we can go ahead and Chrono Surge or Chrono Wave all of these extra production structures. I'll bring my army down here to defend against the next attack on the core, and then I will focus on attacking the upper area. Now, the second achievement is to go ahead and destroy 2 sets of null circuits at the same time, essentially. It's to wake up 2 sets of purifiers within a minute of each other. So we'll leave the last null circuit of the rightmost group, destroy the bottom group, and then we'll get the last bottom group along with the third null circuit from the right side. It's, I don't know what, you know, this sounds confusing, but it's really not that complicated. You'll see once we get there. Okay, I'm going to start getting some reavers. They're good for taking out the crawlers that are all over this map. I say, why not? I say, why not? Even though I hate them. Again, just waiting for this incoming attack. The nice thing about the Nexus overcharge is that you can see incoming enemy attacks as well, so then you can use Solar Lance. Again, we're looking like we're stockpiling too much energy here, so let's go ahead and throw down a Chrono Wave. Good stuff. Okay, let's get in here and attack. I don't need to Solar Lance because I just use some Mind Blasts here, because we had our army here. Okay, next thing that we want to do is just get lots of Sentinels and DTs. And we're going to go and attack the upper area. And we're going to use Phoenix. And then we've got Solar Lance up to defend against attacks that come to the top. Okay, and then let's continue getting upgrades. Don't stop that. I'd like to get maybe one more Reaver in here because we only have one right now. We'll get some more later. For now, let's just go ahead and push in. So we want to be prioritizing Vipers with Mind Blast because there are lots and lots of Vipers that pull our expensive units in. We only have one Reaver. They tend to prioritize those robotic siege units. So that's why I didn't go with Colossi, because there's also a bunch of Corruptors. And this is where we just start laying down tons and tons of Psionic Orbs, because it's a cool ability and does a bunch of damage. Phoenix leading the charge, luring units in such that we can then throw down the Psi Orbs. And then meanwhile, we're getting attacked at home, so I'm just going to go ahead and use lots and lots of Solar Lance. Okay, and let's Mind Blast these before they suck too many other units in. And we want to clump up here. We don't want to get too spread out. More Psi Orbs. And let's pop open this bad boy to get some more additional units. More additional, that's right. Okay, and then down here, let's just wipe out the rest of these. I will back up and grab the pickups. There we go, and I'm going to queue up another Reaver. Just to have it, and then more Vanguards. I think 2 Reavers, maybe 3 is probably enough, so we'll queue those up. How we doing on upgrades? Keep them going, keep them queued up.
Remember your action.
Null circuits destroyed. Station at half power.
Of slain, listen.
Okay, so we're on a roll here, so I say let's keep it up. I'm just going to keep getting more DTs and Sentinels, and then...
Purifiers, our home is under assault by alien forces. Move out and eliminate them.
Okay, and then once again, we just got to try to smash through this. There's lots of Mutalisks here, so we're just going to Psi Orb the crap out of them. And then we're going to Mind Blast the Vipers as we see them before our expensive Reavers get pulled in. But that's also what Guardian Shell is for. Let's clump up here. I'm going to pop Solar Lance and stroll over here to see what's going on. Looks like we're going to want to Solar Lance this group of Hybrid. And I am now supply blocked. So my only hope is that I actually lose some units on the other side of the map so we can get some DTs to help us kill these Hybrid, because the Nexi won't be able to do it themselves. That should be enough, and then let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. We're going to leave the bottom right null circuit. I'm going to destroy the things around it. Further, I'm going to drop Phoenix when we go up this ramp, because there is a lot of stuff up there. A lot of stuff up there. Again, Mind Blast that stuff where you see it. You can Mind Blast the Ultras too, but not super necessary. Okay, Phoenix is up. Let's pick up these resources, because why not? And I'm going to grab a bunch more Adepts and Sentinels. Good frontliner stuff. These Vanguards contributing a huge amount of damage. Okay, we have some extra Reavers coming in, so we're going to move up this ramp. We're going to drop in Phoenix. You can see the amount of crap that's up here. Again, Mind Blast the Vipers. Excellent. And then that Psi Orb just clears out so much stuff while our frontliners defend our casters.
The last grouping of null circuits is located here.
Okay, excellent. We're near maxed out. We're going to leave some additional supplies so that we can warp in DTs, as I had mentioned. In fact, we'll do it now. Again, these will help clean up this whole area. Let's head on down here and just pick up any resource pickups. We're going to swing down in this direction, clear out the defense, but not the null circuit. We do not want to clear out the null circuit, and now all my energy is just going to go straight to Spear. Not Spear, Solar Lance. All my Spear energy is going to go to Solar Lance, is what I'm trying to say. We're going to head down here again. Doesn't hurt to pick up all these mineral pallets, and then we'll get some additional Vanguards, and then I think I'm just going to retain my additional supply so that we can warp in units to defend. Nah, dog. Again, they're going to go straight for those Reavers. The thing with the Reavers... The reason why Reavers are better here is because Corruptors can't hit them. And as you can see, there's a lot of Corruptors here. So even if they get pulled in, that is okay. Okay, back away. That's good enough. Because even if the Reavers get pulled in, Guardian Shell will save them, and then the Corruptors can't hit them. That's a big thing. We don't want them... we don't want them getting hit by Corruptors, so no reason to build air units or Colossi, because then they just get pulled in, and your stuff gets roasted. Get some additional Sentinels to help us out here, throw down some Psi Orbs and Mind Blasts. Trying to use these Ascendants to pretty decent effect. Archons are really, really good on this map also. High Templar, I should say. We'll throw down some Psi Orbs to get started, and I am going to Solar Lance here. Cool, and then whatever's left can be taken care of, I'd say. Let's clump up. Guardian Shell allows us to kind of reposition ourselves without too many losses. Okay, then we got to try to get up this ramp, which I'm going to go ahead and do with Phoenix. Plop them down right there. More Psi Orbs, and we want to get up this ramp. Phoenix is a great distraction to allow us to get into position, and then Psi Orbs all around. Running low on energy on these casters, but I think we've used them to pretty good effect to say that we did. Here, come and grab this. And we got to rebuild our frontliners because they do get wiped. Okay, so only 2 left, and we want to destroy these 2 within a minute of each other, which really shouldn't be a problem at all. And then any remaining attacks, we'll just go ahead and Solar Lance. We're going to head over here. Again, we don't have to full clear the map. The Purifiers basically do that for us. It looks like they didn't fully destroy that area, but that's okay. We might as well move on up here and help our Matrix Core. The Matrix Core has taken no damage. The first achievement is to not take any health damage on the core, so it can't lose all of its shields, but it doesn't matter because it's taken literally no damage. Okay, into the next area. We'll have enough for Solar Lance later. And let's go ahead and throw down those Psi Orbs to push into this area. Oh yes. Okay, move on in. More Psi Orbs. Part of the issue is our units aren't in complete position. Okay, so that was its 2450, so we have until 2550.
The third quadrant is coming online now. Cybros is at 75% power.
There's our third group of Purifiers. We got until 2550 to take out this one.
Our time has come. Eliminate the alien bioforms with extreme prejudice.
So yeah, with the robo units we had in the back here, they laid down so much DPS along with the DTs and Sentinels in the front.
That's it. Seals are fully unlocked. Cybros is awakening. Hierarch, Cybros has reached full power, and the Purifiers are cleansing the station of the Zerg.
Fight on, brothers. Slaughter them to the last.
Wait, I've been disconnected from Cybros' systems. The core is activating. It's going to fire.
Lorian, what are you... Commencing purification.
Zerg biosigns disappearing. The surface of Endion has been cleansed of life.
It is over.
Excellent. That went pretty well. About 26 minutes. We definitely, with the Purifier Core, took 0 damage, let alone health damage. And then we did activate the last 2 Purifier forces within 60 seconds of each other after I flailed around trying to explain what that achievement even was while we were playing. But alas, we did it. Sometimes this mission can take a bit longer, but I'd say that we smashed it pretty well. Let's head back to the Spear. We'll chat with people. There is no extra dialogue when we go to Revanskar, so there won't be as much dialogue, but we do have to talk to the Purifiers at the beginning here.
Phoenix, contact the Purifiers. I would speak to them. Executor Clolarian, you have awoken during the Firstborn's darkest hour. You have shown us that the Purifiers are a mighty force that could turn the tide of this war. I ask you now to honor your sacred charge as Templar and fight beside your brethren as you did before.
You are no different than the Conclave. Once again, you try to control us.
No. I wish to make amends for our past failures. I have fought battles alongside one of you. Phoenix, the one you are linked with. The Conclave feared your kind, but they are no more. I know you are true Templar. I have seen it. I ask that we stand as one, or none of us shall stand at all.
I will counsel with the others. They are deliberating. If we are to follow, we would ask the entity Phoenix to speak for us. There is much about this time we do not yet understand. But as long as you hold to your word, Hierarch, the Purifiers shall join the Firstborn.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
Alright, we got the Tal'Darim and the Purifiers now.
Are we finished wasting time? Or are there more pointless errands to attend to before we strike at Amon?
The Purifiers will be a useful addition to our forces. I would hardly call this an errand.
Yes, but as we already discussed, you chose to give them freedom, hoping that they will do as you command.
Do not presume to lecture me about my decisions, Tal'Darim.
But I so enjoy our exchanges.
I think Alarak is the perfect foil for Artanis in this game, and the player, where the player's like, yeah, we gotta unite our forces. And Alarak's just kind of stupid, and he wants to rush it, but he's also pointing out, like, hey, but also these are killer robots who might betray you at any moment, and I think you're also kind of stupid for not planning for that.
These advancements have proved their worth. We should have integrated the Purifiers long ago, instead of imprisoning them. We have come far from a race on the brink of extinction, but it is not...
Oops.
I think we are all pleased by your success with the Purifiers. Well, except the Preserver over there. You are bold, Artanis. Sometimes a little too reckless. But it has worked in your favor.
Rohana.
I can see it, Artanis. The truth Amon wishes to hide. While his brethren, the Xel'Naga, slumbered through the millennia, Amon and his followers descended upon Ire.
And he uplifted our people. They ruled over us as teachers, as gods.
He changed us, manipulated our essence. But we grew beyond his control. He and his followers fled to Xeris to create the Zerg. The hybrid are the culmination of his efforts. False Xel'Naga, created in his image. We must...
Rohana, this is too dangerous. You cannot go on like this.
I must, Hierarch. It is my duty to know the truth, to bear it. I know now. This is my purpose.
Got something new. Hello, Colossus.
These Purifiers have joined our army, Hierarch. It seems they are willing to serve you. For now.
Alright, possibly the most boring unit variants. We got the Mirages. So, for Starfighters, as I've talked about, we've got damage, survivability, utility. So the Mirage survivability, again, it's kind of boring. I can't imagine why anyone would build these specifically over the Phoenix. But, you know what? I guess next mission with the carriers, you start with 2 Starfighters, so sure, we'll use the Mirages next time. That's all we got for this mission.
I have been analyzing the Purifier bodies en masse. Their systems function more effectively when in proximity to each other. Outlying protocols can be offloaded to unoccupied cores.
What does any of that mean, Karax?
Their data web was designed to replicate the sense of the Kala. They are connected to each other.
Interesting.
Yes, however, it is a synthetic representation. There is no emotional wave.
The engineers who built them could not imagine how they could ever be seen as Protoss without the light of the Kala. If only our ancestors could see us now. We have achieved an incredible feat, friend Phoenix.
Phoenix. I have been thinking more upon that name. It is the moniker of another. I do not believe I should use it any longer. I am not he.
Phoenix was the bravest warrior I have ever known. He faced terrible odds and emerged victorious. Slayed enemies the likes of which most cannot even comprehend. And yet, you have proven to be of equal bravery. He would have been honored that a warrior such as you bore his name. And so am I.
Your words honor me, Hierarch. But one day, I must find my own path and my own name.
Okay, and we unlocked our ultimate abilities here. There's 3 macro missions left, so I'll try to use one of these on each. And let's go ahead and travel to Revanskar.
Shame. I was enjoying the solitude.
By traveling to
It
Revanskar,
brings me great joy that the Purifiers have chosen to join the Daylong. But Amon's armies are still a threat. Mobius Core is overseeing Amon's hybrid production lab. I will not let this continue. We will go to Revanskar and destroy the station before Amon can create more of these abominations.
Sure. So by traveling to Revanskar, there'll be a cinematic that'll immediately kick off the next mission. So let's go ahead and go.
Hierarch, as ordered, my Dark Templar have tracked Mobius Core to their base within the asteroid belt of Revanskar.
Well done. Karax, what do you know of their defenses?
The asteroid field is highly volatile and guards the base's outer rim. The Spear of Adun will not be able to pass. However, our carriers could strike at the heart of the facility.
We will set a course at once. Amon has taken away my armies. So shall I take away his. Ready our ships for assault.
Hierarch, Mobius Core's vessels are not moving into attack position.
Something isn't right.
Our shielding has been punctured. I'm detecting Terran cloak signatures on the lower decks, heading toward the bridge.
Templar, to me! We will not let the Spear of Adun fall! Karax, we cannot let this assault interfere with our plan. Mobius Core will not expect a counterattack. Though you are not a warrior, you know their defenses better than any other. I entrust this task to you, Facesmith. Lead our carriers against the facility, while my warriors hold here.
As you command, Hierarch.
Nope. 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 Okay, so we'll watch this next time. Feels like we're back on missions 2 and 3. Okay, with that, I will see everyone next time. You cannot change your unit selection or solar core stuff at this point. So next mission, I'll like a little cut showing my choices before we traveled here. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you then. Bye now.